Hi all, welcome back to Learning Partner. So we are seeing React.js tutorial, right? So all the basic topics are completed so far. So within 2 weeks, we have completed all the basic fundamental. So by that mean, we are able to write the events, data binding is there. We have seen two hooks, that is use state and use effect, and some hooks from routing library also, because we have implemented routing also. Then we have started implementing API integration. So basic CRUD application we are able to see. After the basic CRUD application, we have seen what is service. Why do we move API call function into service? And we have created reusable component also. There I have explained what is props. How do we send the data from parent component to the child component? How do we receive the data from child back to the parent? So this is all I have completed so far. So this is your React.js basic fundamentals. If you have this much of knowledge, surely you can work on any project. Again, if AI help is there, some more topics are there which we need when you work actually on the React just project in the industry, like validation. So we can write a custom code also to validate, but we use ZOD library to achieve the validation and React forms also. Sorry, your means React hook form also. Okay, so that we are going to see now. So some of the advanced concepts are still there that we need to learn, right? Then once 4 to 5 topics I am going to take, then I will start a small application in React.js where we will again see all the concept, but we will try to complete a small application from scratch to complete live application. Okay. Now, before moving ahead, if you are new to my channel, please do like and subscribe. In video description, we'll be finding a link of my WhatsApp group. You can join that to connect with me. We are taking live session on weekends. So just to get notification of that, you can join that WhatsApp group. Fine. Now the same project I'm following. So what I have done, I have created a component sort form validation. Now, how do we use it? So to use ZOD form validation, ZOD is a third-party library, right? So to use that, we have to install three packages. First, React hook form, then ZOD and a resolver. So resolver, I will explain. So these three packages we are going to need. So this is the command to install all the packages. Let's copy it. Let's open a new terminal, enter. So it will install three libraries, React hook form, ZOD, and the form resolver. Hook form resolver. Okay. Now let me show you the package.json. So here you can see the libraries got added over here. Now, so let's create an example of sign up form. Let's say you have to create a sign up form, and inside that you need to properly add the validation and everything. Right. So for that, first, what you need to do? So first you have to create a schema. Now, schema as in you consider like you are defining what things are there in your form. Okay. So let's say constant, let's say sign in or register form schema is equal to now Z. Now from where Z? From the third. So let's enter. So you can see import got added. Object. So here you have to specify what objects are there in your field. You are defining a schema of your form. Let's say email ID. Email is there, colon Z. What is the data type of email? So it's going to be a string like this. Then you do you need any validation? So let's say minimum length is 4 IU characters. Then you can specify a message also. What message you want to display? So message will be, let's say, minimum 5 characters needed. This is your message. This is first field. Then let's say name field. Let's say username colon again Z dot. It is going to be a string field only. Here also minimum, let's say 3 characters we need. And the message minimum 3 characters needed. Let's say you need email. So email. Now here, when you talk about email, it should have a minimum length also, and it should have a pattern also, right? So for that, z dot string field. We didn't give comma is there, right? So why it is giving it? Okay, email field was already here. So here, email field we already added. So here you need to add second validation, that is email. And here you can specify the error like message, like is it require, please provide required validation, please provide valid email like that. So on the email, you have added two validation, minimum length 5 and the email also. Then username, let's say we need to ask user the project name also, something. And here minimum length or mobile number we can take. Mobile min should be maximum 10 digit, minimum 10 characters, and just like that max also needed, max also 10, max 10 characters allowed, a specific message. So this is how you define the schema of your form. Okay, what things are there, what are the validation and everything. Then you have to create a type of it. You know how we used to create an interface. So instead of creating interface, you can use this schema to create a type. So here type, then your register form type equal to z.infer. And here you have to specify type of, you are just extracting what fields are there by using this, your register form schema. So this is like you have created an interface of it, but instead of manually creating it, email colon string, username colon string, you are creating like this. Then in your component, so in your component, what you need to do, first you need to define the methods. Key, when you use the uh, use form hook from your React hook form, so you have to define three properties: register, handle, and the form state. So we define it like this. So first we need register. Let me write it first. Register, register, then handle submit, then form state colon. Here we are going to store it in the errors. Then equal to, here you have to use your use form hook. Use form. Then here you need to specify what is what do we call it, that the type, right? So here we have created the type. What things are there? Type you have specified. Then you need resolver, curly bracket, resolver. Now you are using the schema which you have created, and you are using the zodResolver to read this what things are there. So zodResolver, and here you have to provide your schema, that is register form schema over here. Okay, register is here, handle submit and error. So this is what you need to set up. So here you are creating a actual form. Okay, this is what, just here you have specified key, yeah, what things are going to be in my form, what validation, just schema you have specified. This is your interface kind of thing. Here you are actually creating a form by using use form hook. Okay, now then you need to create a form, the normal HTML. So let's create a normal HTML first. Here let's say form tag. Inside form tag, let's say dot row call for. Here you need a label. Here let's say label is email, and after label you need input type text box. Now this text box you need to bind it with the specific key, that is email. So how do you bind it? You by using register. Register. And what field you need to bind? So here you can see all the fields are coming. Email. Let's copy this. Call for. Then here it will be, let's say, name. That was specifically used. Okay, we don't have, yeah, username is there. So here username, and here you will bind username. One more text box. Let's create a new row. Here you have the last one is the password. Sorry, mobile. And this will be contact number. So see one more time how we have done it. First, you created a schema. First, you install the packages, then you create a schema along with the what fields are there, what validation rules, messages, and everything. Then you created a type interface of it. Instead of manually creating, you are creating a type and extracting the fields from over here. Then you create a form by using useForm hook. And there you provide the type and what scheme you have to refer. Okay. Then by using this register, you are registering particular this text box with this particular field. So you don't have to manually write on, change, blur or something. Your use form will take care of that. Then here you will need a button also. So let's say button, let's say type, we will go with submit on save, sorry, save user. Now we have a form tag. So on this form tag, you will use on submit function. Now on click of submit, what you need to do, you need to use this submit method, handle submit. And here you have to pass a method which you have to call once user clicks on the submit button. So let's create a function constant on form, or let's say on save user. Okay. And here you are going to pass this. So this function you are calling over here, but this will expect your data. And here the data type will be nothing but this. Let's just see this if everything is working fine. Let's add a debugger and I will print it also console.log and the data. Fine. Let's see now. So here you can see why I think we forgot form control class. Let's add form control. So this is how actually we use form validation. I didn't cover this in the initial because see, so many new things were there. So I cannot cover everything in the first go. It might be confusing to the people who are learning for the first time. Even though let's say you are an Angular developer, seeing all this code might be confusing. Now this thing, the way how we are creating a form, it might look similar to the signal based form in Angular, which we got in Angular 22. So you will be able to relate morely, right? Let's see now. Let's refresh. Now you got a form. Now I will add some validation. Let's say provide the data first and we will check if we are able to get the data or not. Username Chetan1122, contact number 1122112233. Now on click of save user. Let's say if we are getting the button event call. Yes. And if you hover on this, see you got the object. And this object you will pass it along with the API, right? So this is how you create a form. Now, what about validation? Right? So you need the validation now. So you have already added the rules and regulation. Now you just need to show the validation. So on each field, let's say here, you have error here. So you access this. So error dot is in the error object. Do we have email or not? So that you are using and. Then let's say div and you have to add a class name text danger. So red color should be there. And here you will show just the message errors dot email dot message, whatever the message you said. So let's copy this same thing, put it over here and over here. Now you just your field name will keep on changing. Username, username, save. Let's check the validation now. Something is wrong. Okay, on click of save. Okay, so by default, you can see nothing is visible. Once you click on save, and if you don't provide the validation, see why it is saying percent. Oh, sorry, minimum 5 needed. Let's refresh. If I click on save, validation came. So this text box need minimum 5 characters. Let's say admin s. Now it is saying second validation that provide valid email at the rate gmail.com. See, getting it? So two validation, the required one and the email one. So here we need, why I'm three characters are there. Okay. 1, 2, 3. See, minimum 10. 1122 1122 33. If I pass one more, See the second validation, because while adding the mobile number, we have added min also and max also. Okay. So this is how we add the validation. Got it? So this is what the setup of your third form validation along with your the basic form what we got from React. Again, this doesn't have the validation everything. That's why we have to depend on the third party library. So whenever you create a form now, so first create a schema, then you can create an interface like this, then create three methods. Here you are initializing your use form with register, handle form, and the what you are storing, where you are going to get the form error state. So error object, anything. And you bind all the particular field with specific object by registering the specific field like this. And you can extract the error messages also from your error object, whatever you said so over here. Then here on click of submit, you will pass the function name. And here you get the object that you will pass it to the API. Okay. So this is your form validation in React.js by using ZOD library. Again, one or two more libraries are there, but most of the time, ZOD is the famous library or mostly used library we have in React.js. Fine. So this is a very clean approach. How do we set up the form validation in React.js? Okay. Again, some more advanced concept like this, I will be completing. Then we will jump on to the small application. Fine. I hope you are able to follow and learn everything what we are going through, right? Even though you have this basic knowledge, yeah, you can start your intro also on React.js, right? Trust me, you just have to complete proper JavaScript concept, the advanced concept from hosting, closure, ES6 feature, and everything. Then whatever we have learned so far, master that and complete a small project before moving on to the intro. You will be good. Okay. Fine then. So if you are new, please do like and subscribe. In video description, you'll be finding a link of my WhatsApp group. You can join that also. Thank you.